Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Sasha. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I installed box braids on myself. If you guys are interested in seeing like what technique I've used, what hair products, and some accents that I applied in them, then continue to watch. Come on! Because Sally didn't have enough hair in one specific packaging, I did get two different, the Sally Collection Jumbo Braids and 1B. It doesn't matter because everything is going to come out looking the same anyways. So I wouldn't worry about that too much as long as the colors are exactly the same. Now, one package is a little bit thicker than the other, but again, like I said, it's not going to matter once you're applying the braids. So I do want to share a little disclaimer with you guys. I did apply rubber bands for from a beginner's perspective, just to go ahead and help you guys out with keeping everything neat and separate. It can be a little overwhelming for people who are new to this, but I wouldn't recommend leaving the rubber bands in or even doing it with rubber bands period, just because it's extremely damaging and it is painful. Now, if you can tolerate the pain and don't really care about the damage that it causes, this method is good for longevity. It's gonna last a lot longer. Now, these are all the products that I did use today. I don't normally use these products on a regular, but today this is what I'm going to be using and it works out perfect. Also, to avoid pre-stretching, you can also buy the hair pre-stretched. Hey guys, okay, so we're gonna get started. I have no makeup on, but I promise I will get right for you guys at the end of the video. I do want to give a quick shout out to Too Faced. I want to thank them for sending me their new pajama collection. I love it. It's absolutely adorable. I will show you guys a full turnaround and quick peek of it to let you guys see what it looks like. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys seen it probably a few weeks ago and I posted it. But again, I want to thank them because I finally got around to wearing it and I'm excited. So yeah, I just wanted to get through that quickly. I'm going to use this rat tail comb. I like this one because it has the little metal pokey thing. It allows me to make sure that I create a straight line. So I was thinking of doing a middle part and then just parting, making sure I have a part here, so if I want to do a side part I can. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to section my hair off in 4 parts just so it's a lot easier for me, or actually I'll section it off in 3 parts just so it's a lot easier for me to manage throughout this and I can keep my pattern nice and neat. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start in the middle of my nose, right in the center of your head, and you're gonna go up. That's gonna be the center part. And I'm gonna go all the way back down to my nape. And I'm gonna create that straight line. Now you can section it off in 2 if you want, but I'm just gonna do it in 4 right now so I can just get that part over with. I don't have anything really in my hair. I mean, you can see probably a little edge control because a girl had to go to work yesterday and didn't want to look all the way crazy, but I went ahead and I washed my hair. It's freshly washed. I conditioned it. I rinsed off the conditioner and then I put a little leave-in. I put in some BioSilk and I'm going to lean down real quick and grab what I use to blow dry my hair straight, because you do want to kind of get your hair a little bit straight. You don't want it to be in your curly state necessarily. You can, it'll come out fine, but I feel like it comes out a lot more nicer and it's a lot easier to braid if you go ahead and at least blow dry your hair out. So I went ahead and I used this. This is Red by Kiss. I really like this blow dryer. It has a few speeds and it also has a little cooling setting just in case it's getting a little warm. But I usually put it on the highest setting. This is a ceramic tourmaline plate inside, so that's going to be good. I go ahead and just go like this and comb it out straight. Now, I slept on this, so it's not going to be as straight as I would like it, and I actually think it's fine, so I'm not going to go ahead and do anything with it. Now, you guys know I talk a lot, so I don't want to hear none of y'all in the comments talking about, oh my god, she talks too much. Okay, if you came to learn, I'm trying to teach y'all, so yeah. Or if y'all came to see what was really going on over here in my braids, then just listen, sis. Look, don't say I'm talking too much because I'm trying to teach y'all. So it's you all gotta know what I'm doing. So what I'm gonna do
is like if I was gonna put my hair half up, half down, I would part it right behind my ear, and that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna use my fingers because I have nails and I feel like it comes out straight and it comes out better. You can use your comb, feel free to do it if you don't have any. But my line always comes out really, really straight when I use my nails. So if you see here, it came out pretty straight. So I'm gonna put this section of hair away. Now I did it in the 4. So I did it in the 2 pieces. I'm sorry, I can't count. I did it in the 2 pieces. So I'm gonna put these up and away. Because I'm gonna start on the back. You can start on the front just to kind of see what you're doing or where you're going. Sometimes I start in the front just depending on what I'm doing, but I think I'm gonna start in the back. Just because I feel like the back is the hardest. The back is what takes the longest. And the back is the part I hate doing the most. So I'd rather get that over with. And then I always feel like I'm almost done once I get the back done. So, I don't know. It's just in my mind. You do it what works best for you. Now, you want to get these lines straight because you don't want to be looking all like you did it yourself. Okay. And I'm just going to put this hair away. And then I'm going to twist this. I'm going to make a little tiny bun with it. Just so it can completely stay out of the way. So then you're going to be left with all this back out, which is what you want. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you can literally come in here and do like a halfway mark and do this, and then put that area and separate it, and then just start on that, just so you can get an idea. But let me go check if it's actually straight or not, because I don't even know what I'm showing you guys right now. Okay, so I went ahead and separated that hair, and it actually wasn't bad at all. So you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and put this portion away like I did the rest of them. And yes, girl, I think I have like a little patch of hair missing. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it looks to be so. I'm just going to put that away, and then this is what we're going to start working with. And so now I'm going to share with you how I'm going to open this hair. I think I'm going to try to use this Ken Kalan Sassy one. I think because I like this package, because I have more of these, and I want to see how far I can get with these, and hopefully I can do my whole head and I won't have to use 2 different hair. But this hair is a lot thinner than the other one. So it comes in a little braid. It comes with a little knot on the top, like a little rubber band up there. This is going to separate it, and it also comes with a rubber band on the bottom. You're going to remove that, just slide it off, and you're going to gently unwind those braids. Okay? You're going to keep this separate. And then you're going to get rid of this one, because what I'm about to do, it's not going to work that well with this thing on. I mean, you could try it, but I don't think it's going to work too well. So you're going to want to get rid of that rubber band. So got rid of that rubber band. And you're going to, you see how the ends are really blunt? Girl, you do not want your ends looking like that unless that's the look you want to go for, but I'm not trying to do that. They're blunt on this end. So in order to make them look like, you know, more natural, a little bit more like layered, like this area to be like more natural looking, you're going to pull this area from the middle. Be careful, because this can get really messy really quick, okay? So just make sure all this is brushed out, and you are going to have hair, so make sure you guys have like a bag around, and yeah, because you're going to have a lot of hair on the floor. So you're just going to pull from the middle as hard as you can, and they're gonna go in separate directions. Okay? You're gonna keep pulling. You're gonna brush the end, brush the end. And you're just gonna keep pulling. Now what you're doing is creating like making the layers uneven. Like you're making the hairs sit differently now so that they're not so blunt. You see how this is starting to get? That's what you want. Now you can go in there and then like go to the ends and like do that too. That always works. Basically, you just want that to look natural and not so uniformed, because that doesn't look cute. Like that blunt look does not look cute. So you want to do that on each end until you get it the way you want. Now you're going to do that to every bundle. Don't open all the bundles at one time, girl, because you'll have a whole hell of a mess going on. Do one at a time. There's no reason to have to open up all of them at the same time. So this is a little time consuming, but trust me, it is worth it because it's going to make your hair look a lot nicer. So this is also going to add some length to what we had there. Just keep that in mind as well. So if this was already kind of long for you, it's going to get even longer, girl. Or if it wasn't long enough, you're going to get a little length with this. So you see that? We still have some areas that are blunt, but for the most part, we got it looking nice how we want it. Not so blunt. Just getting the hairs to fall at different lengths so it's not so uniformed. You see that? So it's not blunt anymore. Now you ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna get like my little chair, and I'm gonna set it on the side here, and I am going to get my can too. You can use whatever gel you like. You can use an edge control. You can use whatever you want. This is what I have, so this is what I'm gonna use. Now I just wanted to put my hair away for a little while, y'all, because my hair is just feeling a little damaged lately. I haven't really been taking care of it that well either, like if I'm being honest. I've been sleeping on it a lot. I'm not going to say I've been putting heat on it a lot, but I've been putting heat on it more than I should, or more than I'd like to. So that's another thing. And then also I'm not seeing any difference in my growth lately, and that's a problem for me because I've been trying to like grow my hair out. Now, depending on how big you want these, this is going to be where you're going to start. If you want to do like some micros or something smaller than that, you're probably going to want to do a smaller section. But I'm trying to go for like that kind of look, like a little bit chunkier look. So I'm going to pull out a section like this big, because by the time I braid that down, it's not going to be as big as it is. Now that we got this section, this looks like a good little section here. Now you can do this two ways. You can do it without the rubber band, which is a lot better for your hair because you're not putting so much tension on it. And what you would do is just grab the hair that you want. You're going to go ahead and grab this hair. You're going to pull off a good amount of hair. I want my braids to be pretty thick, so I'm going to go ahead, pretty healthy. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And again, if you find that your strands that you're pulling out are a little too blunt, mess with them a little bit. And then you're going to get the hair in the center, and you're going to get this little hair right here. And let's get up close. You're going to intertwine that, lock it on your hair, And then you're just going to keep braiding down, right? And then that's going to be a braid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and section them off. I know I'm contradicting myself by saying I wanted to, you know, get my hair a little bit healthier, but I'm going to put a little bit of unnecessary tension on my hair. And you don't have to go that many times around, but since this is a little area, if I don't go too many times around, it's going to stay like loose. So I just did it towards enough. You don't have to tighten it, but I'm going to tighten it just a little bit. Don't tighten it too tight, because if you tighten it too tight and you're going back, or you're trying to like turn your head and it's too much tension, like see, if I'm trying to turn my head all the way over here and it's too much tension on my head, that's going to cause an issue with my hair, and that can create like bumps and unnecessary irritation. So I wouldn't tighten it too tight, because that can cause an issue. So you're basically going to get them all like that. I'm going to keep doing this, and then once I'm done with this area, I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I'm going to keep doing that for the entire area. I'm going to keep just creating those squares the same. Okay, so I'm finally done. I went ahead and I put my hair in all of them. I went ahead and just kind of like went on the side here, so I can part my hair either on the side, I can part it in the middle, part it on this side. So it's going to give me some versatility. And these are how small they're going to be, like how the squares are going to be. So at least you get an idea. Of course, I pulled out my baby hairs, because if you don't pull them out before, you can cause a lot of breakage by trying to bring them out later. So now we're going to finally start braiding. Now there's several ways you can do this. People do it all types of different ways. I'm going to do the first braid in the front. Actually, do I want to freaking fly in my face? I'm going to start from the back. So that's what I'll do. But what I'll do is for the first braid, just so I can show you guys. No, I'm going to start from the bottom. Now you can go ahead and lay out all the hair prior so that you're ready, like separate all the pieces. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pick up a piece that's like about this big. Again, I went ahead and I made the ends like fringy. I'm going to go ahead and, not fringy, kind of like a, you know, like a tapered. I'm going to go ahead and separate them into two. I'm going to cross them like that. Brush this out real good. You don't want any tangles or anything like that. So I zoomed in a little bit. I'm gonna do is get the braid. I'm gonna grab the hair, and I'm gonna basically just wrap that hair around the braid, and then you're gonna just start braiding like you would normally. Oh, pulling out of my face. I'm gonna pull out this one, and I'm going to show you. So you're basically gonna get the hair and tie them like that into each other. Well, like cross them into each other. And they're still free. And you're gonna get that braid. You can see here, or that little thing that's sticking out. And you're just gonna braid it in. And you're basically just gonna keep braiding all the way down. Now you want to make sure that the three pieces having the exact same amount of hair, like each little strand has the same amount of hair. Otherwise, your braid is going to come out a little bumpy, like uneven or something, you know? So I'm going to do this quickly just to show you guys. And then I'm going to end up doing up my whole head exactly the same way for every single braid all the way down. Comes pretty long on me, comes down past my hips. So I'm gonna go ahead and braid up the rest of my hair, and then I'll share with you guys how it looks once I'm done. Okay guys, so it's the next day. It's the next day. I should have done this last night, but I was so tired, and this takes like a lot of work when you're doing this by yourself, especially the length that I'm doing them. So right now I'm using my Gleamy bonnet to sleep in. This guy is so perfect. It fits all of my hair and it's silky, so it's not going to cause any frizzing or breakage, which I love. If you guys are interested in picking this up, I do have a discount code for them, and they did come out with some new stuff, or they're going to be coming out with some new stuff. So I'll leave it down in the description box below, but this is making everything easier. I can even shower with this on if I really want to. It's not going to protect you from like, it's not like plastic or anything, so it's not going to protect you from anything getting wet, but it's definitely going to protect you somewhat from getting wet. So all my braids are done, and yes, I just added a little accent piece, and I'll share with you guys how I did that in just a moment. We'll do like another braid, and then I put a couple of these little jewels from like, you know, like the 90s kind of feel, and I'm done with all of them. This is how long it is. Comes down to above my hip area. So I'm really liking them. I like how, you know, how uniform they are. The thickness of the braids. I like everything about it. The length, everything came out perfect. But I do need to sew the ends because you don't want them unraveling, and the ends can look a little ratchet if you don't do that. You're welcome to burn them. I know some people burn them with like a lighter. I used to do that back in the day when I was younger. And we used to get the hair. We didn't even stretch the hair or anything. We would just do it like that. It would have that really harsh blunt end. Get a lighter. Burn the end because this hair will melt. Do keep in mind, and I'll explain it a little bit more when we put it in the water, this is pretty much like plastic, so to a fire, or to a flame, anything like that, it's going to melt. Even to extreme heat, it's going to kind of melt and almost like mend together, because again, this is not real hair. So if you melt it, I mean, if you put fire on it and then you twist the ends, you can mend those, but they're going to have like burnt little tip ends. I personally don't like that anymore. That used to be the style back in the day, and I see a lot of people still doing it, which is perfectly fine, but I'm personally not feeling that. So let's go ahead. I have some hot water boiling in a big pot. You want to get a big pot or a huge bowl of boiling water. You guys gotta be careful. I recommend getting a towel. Even though when you put your hair in the boiling water, this hair is not going to retain heat. Like, it's not gonna hold the heat like your hair would. You know, like when you put a flat iron on your hair and you touch it and it's like so hot to your hand, it's not gonna hold heat like that. It's going to be cool to the touch. Once you put it in even boiling water, you're gonna see hella steam coming off of it. But to the touch, the hair is not going to be hot. But do keep in mind, the water that's dripping from the hair is extremely hot. So do protect yourself, your skin, and especially like your lower region, because if you drop this down on you and it's hot water, you're gonna burn yourself. So just because the hair is not hot to the touch, once you take it out of the boiling water, the water dripping from the hair is extremely hot. So do take precaution when doing that, you guys. I'm gonna just drop my ends in the water. You're welcome to cut any sparse ends that are sticking out or anything like that. I'm good. I think it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and put it in the water, and then I'll show you guys like what I purchased for the accents and how I applied them. I'll do it on one braid for you guys. Okay guys, so I boiled a pot of hot water and I put it into another bowl, just because again, you don't want to be applying your hair on the fire. I mean, you're welcome to do that, but Oh girl, that's dangerous. So I'm just gonna split my hair in half down the middle, and then once I do that, I'll have two sections, and then I'm just basically gonna dip them in the water. So let's do this now. I'm doing it with one hand, so it's kind of gonna be messy. Let me put the towel right here, just so it's ready. So I'm gonna dip the ends, and you're gonna completely submerge them in there. And this is super, super hot water, so be careful. You want to go down to where the braid starts so that it can be sealed from there. And you can see how they come out now. And then I'll show you. Just dip them real good. Make sure you get those back ones in there. And then you're going to start noting the water is turning a different color because that's all of the stuff coming out from the hair that they process it with when they make it. And you're just gonna blot dry, and then I'll show you what it looks like. It's literally that simple. Dip and just tap dry. So you can literally see the difference between the two. If you see here how this is all frizzy and nasty looking, and this just looks nice and neat and clean and uniformed. Like, it makes like the difference. It's definitely worth the little bit of time it takes. It took longer for it to boil, girl, than it did for me to dip. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip the other side, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna share with you guys how I decided to apply some accents. But you're welcome to leave it here at this point. I mean, you got a whole look, girl. This stuff is gonna last you for, I would say, at least a month. It should at least last 1 month. So especially if you did your braids very well and you got it nice and tight up top. I do also want to mention to you guys that I didn't record this portion, but once I started braiding the rest of my hair up, I know that I told you guys I applied rubber bands in my hair. Oh, girl, that was not a good idea. As I went to a braid, so like say for instance, like I had them all done as you guys seen previously in rubber bands. So what I would do is when I got to that little section, I would cut the rubber band out and then just braid it. So now I have no rubber bands in this hair. I just couldn't take it. But again, that was a nice simple way for you guys to do it. It cut out a lot of time because I was able to section up the hair first. But then again, I could not handle all of that tension on my scalp. So again, it's up to you what you want to do, but I didn't. I tied a knot at the top with this little lace. I'm gonna insert a picture right now and show you guys exactly what I'm using. I picked this up from Sally's. It was a few bucks. So I'm just gonna put a knot in there. You're welcome to double it and apply it like this. I did that one back here, and it gave this nice little look, and you're almost braiding it like, so the two areas that would be here, you can do it like this, and it would, you put it around and then you just be literally braiding and it would create that pattern. But I'm not going to do that for this one because the string on this one, I don't want it to be so thick in the front, so I want to single it out. So I tied a little knot around that little root part, and then I have all this extra string. You do want it to be the length of the braid or longer because you have to take into consideration that it's going to be wrapped around. Now, I prefer to do one in the front and then find like one of the braids that you feel like isn't up to par or whatever. Like it might look a little ratchet, you're not feeling it. That's where I place these on because they're going to be covering up your mistakes. Or you can just place it wherever you feel fit. You can do as many as you want or as little as you want. I'm not real big on the accents, so I only put a couple. But I'm just going to literally wrap this around, like twist it. It's super, super, super simple. You can do it as close or as far apart as you want to, but then again, keep in mind that if you're doing it super close to one another, that you're gonna need a lot more string because it's going to take a lot more string. So I'm just twirling it around and I'm literally getting this cute little accent in my braid. And I've gotten so many compliments, like, girl, people been telling me like, oh, this is so cute, you know, going to the store and whatnot, work. So yes, girl, this is super cute. You're gonna just keep doing it all the way to the bottom. And as you see, it's just creating this cute little accent. And I love it. It's like jewelry for your hair. So now that I've got it to the end, you're basically just going to tie either a knot with the hair, like you can tie these two and then knot them, or you can knot this into the other piece. I prefer to knot it into the other piece because I don't want to apply any unnecessary tension to the hair and cause any kind of frizzing or anything, because that's not going to look cute. So just do it like that. So you're basically just going to get it and tie it into the other piece. Pull this through. And then you could cut off the excess if you like, or you can leave it, do whatever you want. I prefer to cut it off because I don't like it. I cut off that little piece because I do not like it. And then I also got these little, they're like little clasps, like little ring clasps for the hair. And these are super popular. They come in gold, but I don't know. I've been wearing a lot of silver, which I usually wear a lot of gold, but for some reason I was wearing a lot of silver, so I decided to get silver. So I just found a braid that I wasn't happy with. Either the hair was dragging or it was like a little uneven. If you see here, I don't really care for this braid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up my imperfections by applying these. So all you do is put it on, and then you're going to pinch it closed, and it's as simple as that. And you can apply them anywhere. I have them up here, I have them in the back, and I'm just really, really liking this style. You know what I'm gonna do, because I do feel like this video is like kind of all over the place and a little bit of a mess, like per usual. So I'm going to follow up with a video. Maybe I'll do like 5-6 looks on how to style your box braids, and I think that'll be a fun little video for you guys to follow up with this video. So now that I went ahead and I applied that little accent piece, I think the only thing that I would find necessary to do is do my baby hairs. I can't find my edge control, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of my Cantu and what's left on this brush from the edge control, and then just kind of smooth out my edges and just make everything look nice and clean. My brow. Now I usually do this step after I'm done with my makeup, but I'm not gonna apply makeup. Maybe I'll have some makeup on in the intro for you guys so you guys can see like how cute it looks styled. Like with your makeup done and everything. It's just so adorable. So basically that's as simple as that, guys. I like it. I just want to insert some tips and tricks on how I maintain my hair. Key number one to a healthy scalp and looking hair, and just overall just feeling comfortable, because these can get a little uncomfortable, especially during the winter months because it's so dry outside. I definitely recommend oiling your scalp, or at least greasing up your scalp, whatever you prefer. I get like nice like oil drops, and I'll just go ahead and put them in my scalp and then just kind of massage them into my scalp just to make sure that my scalp stays nice and hydrated. You don't want it to get dried out and start getting flaky or anything crazy like that. You're gonna want to do this probably on a daily basis if you can. If not, at least do it a few times a week or a couple times a week. You don't want to neglect your scalp, that's for sure, because it's exposed more than usual because of the parting. So just want to keep that healthy. I do spritz, or I apply like a bile soak in my hand and some water, or you can get a little bit of like of your favorite hair serum and put it in some water, or conditioner and put it in some water, like a spray bottle, and like spray the braids and just kind of like brush them over, because some of your hair still is exposed in there. So you do want to make sure you're moisturizing and just staying moisturized. You don't want to get it damp, like super wet, because if these aren't drying properly, then you're going to have like a funky smell, like leaving wet towels in the dryer. So you just want to avoid that. If for some reason you find yourself having to wash these, which is okay, you can just sit under a dryer or just make sure that you blow dry it so that you're making sure you get all that moisture out of the hair. Trying not to use too much towel and stuff like that, because you can create a lot of frizz, and you just don't want that, because then you'll have to start taking them out and like replenishing them, which brings me to the replenishing part. So if a braid or two is starting to look a little funky and you want to fix it, it's easy. Just take out the braid and redo the braid. You could even redo it with the same hair and then just dip it again. Just keep in mind, because I did dip them, or you did dip them if you did, that it's already kind of binded at the bottom. So you're going to have to, it's going to take a little unraveling. So you're going to have to re-dip them. What else do I want to talk about? Just basically keeping your hair and your scalp moisturized. You definitely just want to maintain that at night if you can. Use something to wrap your hair so you're not like sleeping directly on your pillow and creating like frizz or friction or breakage or anything. I prefer using my little Gleamade bonnet. Again, I said if you guys are interested in this, I can leave it down in the description box below. I have a discount code with them, so you guys can save yourself some money on them. You could use a scarf. You could use whatever you feel works best for you. I prefer this because it's just easy. I just put it over my head and I just can stick my braids in there, and that's it. Hey, if this was a hat, that'd be kind of a look. But, sorry. So, yeah, that's basically how I'm going to be maintaining the hair. If for some reason you feel like your ends are getting a little on you, like a little ratchet, or they're coming unraveled, go ahead and braid it back down to the bottom where you feel necessary. Dip them again, and then, or you can trim the ends. You can do however you want, but just keep in mind that you work so hard to stretch the hair out that you don't want to be cutting it and creating any blunt lines, because it kind of defeats all the work you did in the beginning. But overall, I'm actually in love. I mean, they're so gorgeous. It comes down so far on me, and I'm just loving them. So they're so long and pretty, and I've gotten so many compliments. And it's not even that thick. I can still put it in a rubber band if I want to. This is really going to depend on how many braids you have and how thick they are, if you're going to be able to do this, because I know sometimes girls cannot even put their hair in a rubber band or a ponytail. So, I love it, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. And again, I'm going to be creating a video following this with some styles in which I create. Like, this is already a style in itself, just leaving it down, but there's so much you can do with this hair. You can put it up in a top knot, so I'm going to share with you guys that. But I just wanted to give you guys some tips on how to keep your scalp and your hair moisturized throughout this, because you can literally leave this in for a month. If you guys have any questions, you guys know you're welcome to ask down in the comment box below, and I always get back to you guys. If you guys want me to go into depth with anything else, you're welcome to ask me. If you guys want to see one on micros, which are pretty much the same thing, I'd be happy to do it for you. If you guys want to see a video maybe on like bigger braids, like those big old jumbo ones, you guys are welcome to. But I like see how you can part it on the side, you can part it in the middle. I just like the versatility of it all. So, and the convenience of being able to get up and go and not have to worry about doing my hair before leaving. And it honestly, it even makes my skin look a lot nicer, which sounds weird, but I don't know. So like, I just like it. I love it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment box below. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Again, if I missed anything or you guys want to know any more information, you guys are welcome to ask in the comment box below. Yeah. Everything that I'm using, everything that I picked up was from Sally's. Again, I'll list them down below in a link down below. But overall, I'm super, super happy with these. I like it. Let me know what you guys thought about my Moo X Too Faced pajamas. I think they're super cute. I love this little accent, and I'm absolutely loving the bell-bottom pants. Like, I'm literally about to stand up right now and show you guys. These bell-bottom pants are super, super cute, and this thing is comfy. Girl, I almost fell off of this chair, so I'm about to get my ass down. Like always, I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody who might find it useful. I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.
If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my other videos. Also, make sure you turn on that notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. Follow me on Instagram at SashaFierce411, and I'll see you guys in my next one.